Okay, I think that it is starting, and I always start talking like a little later, so we're just going to start talking now. And
Okay.
welcome everybody to What It Is to Be Human
Well,
today. It is the 9th of June, and who wants to share our topic today?
share yourself. You came up with amazing human being topic.
All right, guys, since we could not come to anybody who's like, I don't know, I thought, well, let's talk about gossip. And I think that gossiping is I don't know, but to me, it seems like a really human thing. It's not high vibe. And I don't think that higher, like, consciousness, like angels or whatever, like, I doubt they gossip. I don't think that's a thing. I think that humans, I don't know. What do you guys think?
You don't think they sit up there and gossip about us? Well, my little person, you should have seen what they did.
Do you think our higher selves sit around and talk about? I know. I do think that they do.
Angels or whatever.
I think like my higher self, I always say I could see like she's probably like, turn right. And then looks over at another higher self and goes, my person's like rogue. She's all over the place. She doesn't hear me.
I tried.
I don't really know how it works, but that cracks me up when I think about trying to. Have you ever played a game, like a video game, and you try to get your person, and then they're just like walking against a wall, and you're like, turn. They're banging their head against the wall, and I'm like, isn't that what we do as humans? They're like, stop doing that. Why is she not one? I'm telling her, like, and that would be the extent of where I think gossip. I don't think that. I don't know. It's just
Yeah,
such a human thing
it
to
is a
want
human
to
thing.
share. I mean, especially you get the juicy gossip, you get spill the tea, like, oh, tell me the tea. We all
Okay.
kind of light up and want to hear
Yeah,
it.
I think spill the tea is great. But here's another aspect of gossip that I find very interesting, and I have been in the midst of this throughout my life. I have been gossiped about where I didn't even know like what people were upset about, what they were talking about. And then when I found out about it, it was laughable because it was things that never ever happened. Like one time I found out about a year later why somebody didn't like me. And I was like, finally, we sat down and discussed it. And I was like, really, like that never happened. Oh, well, so and so told me, and they were very sure that it happened. And I'm like, well, I can promise you it's my life, and it didn't. So I have been the topic of gossip several different times throughout my life about things that never even happened. Total made up bullcrap.
Hmm.
So
Yes.
gossip isn't necessarily always true. Like you hear
No,
somebody
you're
say something
right.
and you believe them because, oh, well, they know her. If they're saying it, it must be true. And I'm like,
Yeah, that's a good point. You just reminded me. I was in high school. Well, I was done with high school. I was in college, and this kid from high school came and stayed with me for a few months where I lived with some roommates. I was there because of college, but he just wanted to get away from home and stayed. And then he was sharing about something came up about how he had told all these guys back home were saying that they had like had sex with me. And I was like, I didn't have sex with any of those people. What are you talking about? And he was like, well, this one said it, this one. I'm like, no, ew, you guys all thought I was like a big slut. And he goes, well, I said it too. I go, you said it. He goes, well, we did make out that time. I go, do you think that's sex? And he goes, well, no. I go, then why would you lie? Like, they were all lying about getting with the girls, and I was one of them. And I was like, yeah, that's so who knows what people think. You gotta, that's, and
exactly.
I remember being very bothered by it. I laugh now. I mean, I'm older, so who cares? But like, when I was young, I was like, I was all mad.
Oh, yeah. During one of those times, I was the same way. I mean, I was sad because I didn't understand why certain people just that I was very close to quit communicating with me, quit having
That's what I'm
anything to
saying.
do with
Because
me.
very rarely do people gossip about the
Have
good
no
stuff,
clue.
right?
No.
They're gossiping about salacious or bad things.
Hmm. Made up a lot of times.
Yeah. But sometimes it's true. I don't know. What do you guys think?
Sometimes.
Lori, what do you think?
I think it's important to not just believe something that somebody says in gossip and you make your own judgment about people rather than listening to what somebody else says.
Yeah.
It's a hard lesson that I've had to learn. It's like, don't listen to what these other people are saying about this person. You make up your own decision about them. And it doesn't have to do with what anybody else is saying about them. Just, okay, is this person for me or not? And you have to make up your own mind and tap into your own
I
intuition.
think that's a good point, though, also, is everybody has their own energy. And that, there's you, there's me, and you put us together, and there's a we. So there's three energies going on with two people all the time.
Hmm.
And those three energies, like, can be different. So, like, me and Beck and Anda, right, would be different energy than me, Beck, and Lori, right? The dynamic, the energy
Hmm.
that, because the two people, I named three people, but like the two people,
Yeah.
you can have to your point, Lori, you can have a whole different dynamic and energy with someone that like maybe everyone hates and talks crap about, but you actually have a good relationship. Maybe you bring out the best in someone. Maybe everything that's being said is because of the other person, their dynamic is more toxic and the dynamic you have with this person is good. I don't know. What do you think, Anda?
Yes, I like how you describe it. But sometimes I think those gossip situations can be, you say like, oh, I can have a good relationship with that one person, but everyone else doesn't like that person and they are gossiping about it. Or maybe it started with just with the one person who has really good skills to convince other people, and those other people just starts to believe in it, and they are making opinion even before they give themselves chance to get to know the person. And maybe there is somebody who is using their leadership skills in a wrong direction. That's, I think,
Oh, yeah, that's a good point. It is leadership in the wrong direction, isn't it?
Yeah,
yeah,
it's in the
if
wrong direction.
somebody like, starts to use those things in a wider, let's say, wider collective.
It's a form of manipulation.
Yes, yes, yes. So it's like manipulates into something and stuff. And um, it's, I think, it's everyone's own responsibility. And if they believe in things like what somebody else told about someone without even trying to get to the, am I really interested in that? First of all. Second, if I am, is it true? But if they just blindly believe, oh yeah, that person told his authority, then I will believe, well, then you are just a stupid sheep. I'm
Well,
sorry.
that's the thing. You got to say to yourself, if this person's talking about this person, I'm going to be next, or I'll have a turn. This person, if they're very gossipy, I know for a fact they'll gossip about me too eventually, because
So,
that's just how they are.
but
That
therefore,
is really something I think a lot about now when I am around people who are doing that. I think about that when I'm talking to that person. I'm like, I need to watch what I say around you because
you know what? I don't have people like they surround me anymore. However,
Good.
I think about that thing. If I think now, I have a different perspective of it now because I always have an opinion, which I may share, but mostly I will not share. And now about people, and now because I'm a projector, and especially the mental projector. So I'm so receptive of everything. Now I understand why. And it's just what is in the person in that moment. Tomorrow it might be different. But when it keeps going for a longer time, it's like, oh, okay, that's part of their identity. And as a projector, for me, it's very easy to read all those energies. And then I don't know if it's gossip or not, but like meeting other projectors and being with other projectors in a, how to say, like some kind of a same inner circle. And then, we're talking about something, and then it's just like spill the tea. And we are all of us, we are going, oh my God, did you notice that bullshit as well? And then goes, but it's like more like sharing the experience and like acknowledging that I'm not the only one who sees from this perspective.
So is that gossip or no?
I think no, but it could be if somebody would see from the side.
Yeah, they'd be like, oh, you guys are talking
could,
about whatever. But you're like
could,
talking about it like, oh, it's pattern recognition and I'm sharing what I see.
Yes. And like every single projector would go, oh my God, how, like literally, really? That's such a bullshit. But yeah, from side, it might look as a gossip.
I think that I fall into that a lot. And I was saying, I think it's a projector thing because I know we notice all these things. Then for us to say, did you notice? It is very gossipy, but it's also.
It's more sharing and, especially when you already know a little bit, but you are still learning about being this receptive, perceptive person. It's like learning about ourselves and sharing. And then you go to the next place, you recognize the energy. I was like, okay, I'm out straight away without going that experience again. So yeah, but other than that, honestly, I really don't care who you're sleeping with, guys. I sleep with my cat. Oh, yeah, it's like I'm more interested who you are on a soul level.
Well, and that's the good thing, right? Maybe we just eventually outgrow it. I know when I was younger, I certainly would be like really love to listen to gossip. I was like, ooh, tell me, and I want to know, And so I think like that's one of the things like the Kardashians kind of helped me get over. Would see that behavior like, or people would be about them. I was like, but who cares? Like, I don't care. I mean, no offense to them, but like, I don't really care about the Kardashians that much, right? At all. And I don't know who's who or what they're doing. I don't keep up with it. But people get really into, hey, did you hear what Chloe did? And I'm like, who's Chloe? Kardashian. I'm like, oh. So celebrity gossip is a thing. People do it all the time with celebrities, well-known people, and because it's like we all know who they are. It's a thing. I don't know. Some people, it's a whole industry. There's a whole industry around gossip.
Yeah.
Lori's like, oh, celebrity gossip? I like celebrity gossip. I saw you light up.
Actually, I really don't follow the celebrity gossip. I was thinking about like kind of how I don't and how I probably was more into it when I was younger, and then I kind of lost interest in it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I can see how networking also can bring out gossip because you're meeting people and then you're referring to other people. Did you know this person? Oh yeah, she did this and that. And I find that like if I know something about somebody that is not what I deem a desirable quality, I have been known to be like, just watch out for whatever, because I think I know something that they should watch out for. As I've gotten older, and I mean only in the last like 5 years. I'm really trying not to do that anymore, because I feel like, oh, you know what? That actually is gossip. It's just hard.
And people tend to change.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Can be,
And
yeah.
if somebody will need that negative experience, they need that negative experience.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I realized, yes,
thinking that
you can't save people from people.
somebody in this room gave me advice one time when I was wanting to tell somebody about something, and they're like, well, maybe they need that experience.
Yeah,
Like,
which is absolutely why I've been trying to, since I figured that out, I'm like, oh, don't do that anymore, because it's like presuming I know better, or that I can save someone from a situation where, like, maybe that's exactly the situation that they need, or signed up for on a soul level. Who knows, right?
But in all honesty, if somebody is a really good friend of mine and somebody I know is a really like take advantage of people and stuff like that, and if they ask my opinion, I will say,
Oh yeah, of course.
meet with them and draw your own judgment. But from, this person has, been known to take advantage of people or do something, whatever. If it's bad enough, I will definitely warn somebody if they ask for my opinion,
Oh
because
yeah,
I'm going to be honest if somebody asks for my opinion. So yeah.
And even if
But-
not, if there is really obvious, like being in ice and telling it's raining, then we should speak up. But it's not the gossip anymore. But
yeah, I feel like it's not gossip at that point. I'm not
it's
sure what it
calling
is,
out.
but
I think already going into different direction, right? But I'm really about standing for calling out the bullshit, because that's what's going on at the moment. Like everywhere is just
that's a good
like,
point.
what the fuck? Where we are going as a humanity?
Right.
Because the manipulation is all around, right? It's just like, yeah, everyone needs that growing up experience and stuff, but what's going on, that's too much at the moment.
Yeah, disclosure, right? So what disclosure isn't gossip.
Yeah.
Just disclosure is sharing a fact,
truth
that, is and while it could be subjective to some point, gossip though is where you're just that chattery energy about what and it's ego driven, and it really is usually fear-based, because you're doing comparison, you're comparing yourself to someone. There's a lot of comparing energy with gossip too, like, oh, feeling better because, well, she's this, like, let me put her in her place, and I'm this, and it's just like all of it is very ego icky. You can kind of feel the difference. You have to discern the difference here, but like, I do think to disclose something about somebody because there's pertinent information that you feel is important for this person to know about someone else, it is a little different than gossip.
Yeah, but for people to gossip about someone just to try to make someone feel bad or look bad to make themselves feel better, that's just like that's the icky gossip for sure.
Yeah, and that's why I think I was prone to it when I was younger too, because I do think that is very projector in training can fall into like baby projectors notice everything, and then they're like, wanna, does everybody else notice this? And share it. So it's interesting. And I don't know if it's I think it's human. I also think though it's a projector thing. I still do. I still think we come by it more honestly maybe than others. But you have to elevate out of that. It's not a good thing. Anyway, good topic, guys. I mean, I'm glad you entertained for a little bit. Does anybody have anything they want to share as we go into this week that you want anybody to know about you or your business? Feel free to share what you're doing.
Well, I just want to say the visibility reset is great for you if you're overwhelmed with your social media, with your networking. And it's 6 weeks of just working on that, so that not only are you doing the things to grow your audience and to network and to collaborate, but you're doing it in a way that's not overwhelming. So that's what I have to share.
Oh, cool. Okay, so send me those details. I'll put it in the video below. Anda, you have an offer you have presently that you want to talk about?
Yeah, I do cognitive rewiring, subconscious work. Yeah, helping people to change their identities, especially getting out of the victim mode to thriving, to find themselves, to find a way in life, to create businesses, create relationships. And especially I work with the women who struggle to sort out life in any area because of the past experiences. Yeah, that's what I do.
Yeah, so her link will be below too. Beck, how about you?
Well, I am helping people who want to network and find a way to help with leads and help to nurture those leads, do all the things so that you can spend more time building your business and coaching and doing the things that you enjoy, while we have a system behind the scenes that help you navigate that and
Make money,
leverage your
right?
time better and earn money
Yeah.
while doing that. So that's what
Yeah,
I'm doing.
right. Yeah, so be sure and check all our offers down below, guys. We'd love to meet you, and you're more than welcome to come join us. Just go to the Sovereignty Circles Facebook group, and there's the Zoom link so that you can come on and join us next time. Okay? Mwah! Sending you much love. We'll talk to you guys